If Antarctica starts melting faster than expected, it won't be a sudden disaster overnight. It will be a process that gradually reshapes the world, but on such a massive scale that we will literally live in a different reality. Antarctica isn't just a continent covered in ice. It is the largest reservoir of freshwater on the planet. Its glaciers hold about 70% of all the Earth's freshwater. If all that ice were to melt, global sea levels could rise by approximately 58 meters. This isn't a random guess. It's a calculation based on the total volume of ice. But the most important thing to understand is that this isn't an all-or-nothing scenario. Reality is far more complex. Even a small acceleration in melting changes everything. Let's start with the basics: sea level. When we hear sea level rise, it sounds abstract. But in practice, it looks different. First, water begins to encroach on land more often during storms. Where flooding used to be rare, it becomes the norm. Then, the water stays longer. Eventually, it shifts into permanent flooding. This means neighborhoods where people lived for decades become uninhabitable. And this isn't happening in some remote corner of the world. Most of the world's largest cities are located by the water. They will be the first to feel it. This means displacement. Not for thousands, but for millions. But rising water is only one part of the story. There are less obvious but more dangerous processes at play. To understand this, we need to look at how Antarctica actually melts. There are two main mechanisms. The first is surface melting. As temperatures rise, water pools on top of the ice. It accumulates and starts to seep deep inside through cracks. This is where it gets critical: the water wedges those cracks open. It weakens the ice from within. The second mechanism is melting from below. And this is much more dangerous. Warm ocean currents reach the edges of the glaciers and erode their foundations. This happens slowly, but constantly. The main problem is that you can't see it. From above, everything looks stable. But underneath, the ice is losing its grip. At a certain point, it starts to move. This isn't just melting anymore, it's the physical sliding of massive ice sheets into the ocean. This is what raises sea levels the fastest. Not all ice is the same. Sea ice is already floating, its melting barely affects sea levels. But land glaciers are the real game changers. And they are currently the most unstable, especially in West Antarctica. Many glaciers there stay in place because they are pinned to the seabed. When that support vanishes, the process accelerates, creating a domino effect. One glacier moves, then another. The whole system loses its balance. Now, let's talk about climate. Antarctica acts as a giant mirror. Its white surface reflects sunlight, helping to cool the planet. When the ice disappears, the Earth absorbs more heat. This speeds up warming. It's a feedback loop: less ice means more heat means faster melting. Next is the ocean. The global ocean is a complex system of currents that distribute heat around the planet. These currents depend on temperature and salinity. When massive amounts of fresh water enter the sea, salinity drops. This disrupts the water's movement. Even small changes can have massive consequences. Some regions may get colder, others much hotter. The climate becomes less stable, leading to more extreme weather, stronger storms, droughts, and sudden temperature swings. Time is the final factor. Antarctica won't melt in a year or even a decade. It's a long process. But the speed is what matters. If it's slow, we have time to adapt, build defenses, and move cities. But if it accelerates, we lose control. Some processes may become irreversible. Even if temperatures stabilize, the ice might keep sliding. Antarctica seems far away, but that's an illusion. It dictates the balance of our entire world. Subscribe if you want to know what else this planet is capable of.